Good evening, everybody, and welcome along once again to One Hub Racing. It's the prestige tier, and we're live for round 15 from Marina Bay, situated in Singapore. So, Julian once again not here, and from what we're hearing, he's not going to be here until the last two rounds, which means the championship is very much on again between himself, Blizzard, and, interestingly enough, MLA. So we'll see how things pan out. But joining me in the commentary box, as always, is of course Alex.
Hello. How you doing, man?
We're doing pretty good. So I know Singapore has some interesting tire issues. How did you find that in the podium tier?
You could have your tires are essentially melted. Essentially by the end of your stints. So it's going to be interesting to see how many people actually go on the hypersofts, because they're only going to last about 3 laps. A lot of them have gone out on the hypersofts. There's no way they're going to be able to do the one stop on those hypers, are they, Jack?
No, especially not with tire temps turned on anyway. You potentially could do it with tire temps off, but no, there's no way. So So hypersofts are definitely going to be going for a 2-stop here. Blizzard's about to lash himself around the Marina Bay circuit here. He's coming through the last corner. Let's see how he gets on. He's second in the championship, 92 points behind Julian. So he can get some decent points here into 1, 2 and 3. Very quick section here. And getting it lined up for turn 3. Then using all the road on the way out through the kink at 4 and into turn 5. You've got to use all of the road slightly off camber as well. Wants to bring you out to the wall. Watch Blizzard just nudge the wall a little bit there. And open the DRS. Through the kink at 6 and into turn 7 now, onto the brakes, very tight corner here, deceivingly tough, and then into turn number 8 here, very very tight corner, down at the second gear, running out of the wall once again. Turn 9 again, very similar, and a very difficult corner to get right, and just glances the wall on the way out, down towards the famous Singapore sling, which has unfortunately been removed. I'd love to see it back someday. Then over the famous bridge here, where Marcus Ericsson crashed his Sauber, and Blizzard almost does the exact same thing right there. Through the hairpin. And down the back straight here, onto the power, and down towards this very, very tight right-hander. Where plenty of overtaking opportunity through here. Run it out to the left-hand side, and careful not to use too much of the white line. And into the next chicane then. Clipping the curb on the right and the left, running it out to the wall, then underneath the grandstand, unique part of the Singapore circuit, clipping the apex on the left-hand side, using all the road on the way out. Blink and you miss it and it's gone. Into the final 2 chicanes now. Running it out to the wall, glancing the wall on the way through into this unique last corner. It's a double apex, 1 and 2, and across the line. It was an invalidated lap, but it was still pretty nice to watch.
I'm currently watching McSendit, who I believe will be the next person to come across the line. Jack, he's had a very, very clean lap so far. Obviously, he'll be the first person to set a time. I think it will be a monster of a time, though. It depends whether he'll actually go into the pits. This is just a tester lap, because he is on those hyper soft tyres, and the one stop surely is the way to go. I did that in the podium tier. I actually went out for a lap on those hyper softs before them coming in and not actually completing the lap. Yellows in sector 3, I believe that was for the Haas of Jesse. Or Elku letting McSendit through. McSendit got a little bit shaky towards the exit. He's actually going to commit to the lap now here. Let's see what he can do. He comes across the line. So popping a 1:34.2.
Yeah, watch the Haas in the background. He's about to go onto a lap, of course. But Retrix, he's gone different to everybody. He's gone for the Ultras. So let's see what he can do. He's about to bang in a lap here on the Ultras. MLA second fastest on the soft tyres, interestingly. And here comes Retrix now, and he goes on 1:34.8, which is not that far off of the Hypersofts.
That's a strong time. Lakita goes in faster with a 34.0. That's a strong time from Rafa. Josh kind of flipped in the middle there with a 1:34.3. And Odems comes in and gets a 1:34.3 also. He's changed his gamer tag. I didn't realise he was going by the Odems gamer tag once again. But only 12 thousandths of a second between him and Josh. It could be hundredths actually. Is it hundredths and I'm just using the wrong unit? Or is it thousandths?
No, it's right. 12 thousandths or a hundredth of a second,
whatever
you want to call it. But
my maths isn't the strongest point, as you guys have probably worked out over the course of this year.
Well, I think Oldem's just got tired of people just not calling him Marquez's and calling him Odems, so it's just easier if he has his gamer tag as Odems, you know. So
Here we go then. Wayne coming across the line now. I think he's about to start his lap though. He's actually coming into the pits, so he's doing what I think a few people have done. Obviously, because we've only seen 7 people set times, 5 of which have been on the hypersofts. Do you think that you can do the one-stop hypers to softs, or do you think that's just the wrong way to go?
It's too much with tire temps on, I think. I just think you're not going to be able to get the life out of the hypers.
LQ pops it in 6th with a 1:34.7. Very close time so far, but Lakitu 2/10 up. Good start from him.
Yep, and yeah, looking good with the pink tires on the pink car, and you gotta say, the cars look a whole lot better under the floodlights with everything reflecting off them. Look pretty cool.
I think the Toro Rosso looks the best. As you saw James Slater pop in 9th, quite far off the pace. I don't know, he got a really bad lap there, considering those were on the hypers, or whether he literally just backed out because it was a hypers run.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure.
I think he's just driving around on the hypers to get a feel for them.
Well, Blizzard come out on another set of hypers, interestingly.
Yeah. Jesse is I didn't realise he popped into 3rd. 1:34.29. He's about to go on to another one here. And it looks like...
Speaking of Jesse, he did really well last week out in Italy. He did get a pole, did he? He did, didn't he? Or did he get 2nd? Am I being really silly?
I believe he did.
We predicted again that he'd fall back, and he didn't too much really. He stuck with it, which is obviously, no disrespect to Jesse, it's just what you've seen in the course of the series. So maybe Jesse is just getting more pace, and maybe we could see him get even a podium here in Singapore.
Yeah, but right now this quality lap's not going very well because he's actually had a DRS failure, so he's not going to be able to improve on his time, which is annoying.
Oh no, that's not great.
Oh, he almost lost it over the bridge right there.
Right, let's see.
In a Felipe Massa-esque moment. Blizzard, yeah.
Let's see what Blizzard can do now that he's properly... Do you think Blizzard was originally going to do a dummy lap and invalidated it on purpose? Oh, was he? Just invalidated it again on... Oh, I don't know, he just went very wide. Do you think it was invalidated on purpose that first lap, but then when he went into the pit, saw that everyone was doing hypers runs, and then just went, I may as well join in, because we're all going to be on the same setup?
Yeah. Well, I'd assume so. Obviously, they just follow the crowd, but there's only 2. I'm finding it really intriguing that there's only 2 people that have opted for. Well, actually, I take that back now. Everybody's on Hypersofts. Retris has come back out on Hypers, and so is MLA. So right now there's absolutely 0 tire strategy.
Coley's on the Ultra Soft he selected. Okay. Issue is though, mate, I think you're gonna be in last position, suited for the fact that everyone else gone for a hypers run. So I don't really know whether you should just try and bang out a lap at this point and try and get as far up the field as you can. But I don't know, do you agree with that strategy, Jack, of Coley's going for something different, or do you think it's not worth it at this point?
I think he may as well just follow the crowd, because I don't think he's going to get an advantage really. But we'll see. Oh, we got MLA kind of just getting out of the way there of Blizzard, as Blizzard catches up to a ton of traffic, and Lakitu gets out of the way nicely.
You were talking about the driver standings, but do you have the constructors on you, mate? Because we could talk about that quickly.
Yeah, I'll get those up.
We've been very quiet about those in the last few races. As Blizzard comes around the final corner now, is he going to pop it?
Oh.
He pops it in first.
That is what I call an annihilation. I think he just told everybody to sit down. Just retire. That's one. What on earth is that lap? He's taken it by 0.7 of a second. 1:33.3.
I tell you what, I think he just kind of... Julian was watching the stream. I think he's just put a gunshot into Julian there with that time. Because remember, he needs to capitalise on these points. Same with MLA. MLA down in 9th position. Not a great place to be. MLA needs to get further field. But speaking of MLA, I wouldn't... No offence to the guy. He's had a very solid season. But I would never suspect that he would be in P3 at this stage. He's had a very quiet but a very consistent season.
Yeah, of course, he had that win in Monaco, and he did very well there. Just pull up the constructor standings right now. It's currently Mercedes leading that by 116 points over Sauber. Red Bull are 3rd, Ferrari are fourth, and McLaren in fifth. So the gap
Who's
is
at,
quite
who's
large.
at the bottom?
Williams,
How many points have Williams scored?
a grand total of 25.
A win's worth for the Williams boys. Hopefully in the actual
Oh,
real life I've seen. Oh, extend it.
He's got a bit closer, 133.6.
I think that's where the battle's going to be, but I'm looking at MLA here. He's coming around now on this Hypersoft one. Remember, his first one was on soft. He collected the wall there as he comes around the final corner. Where is he going to end up? Oh, might have invalidated it. I think he did.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, no, I am noticing. If these cars are being driven in real life right now, oh, Nikita with a 133.1. What on earth are these times? 133.1. That is ridiculous.
Jack is so shocked that he voice cracked.
Yeah, no, this is ridiculous. I've never seen pace like this.
Well, as I said, I just Jack, can you get the Toro Rosso Coley up on stream just to appreciate how beautiful it looks around the Singapore circuit?
Yeah, it's the best looking car under the lights for sure.
Like honestly, but Cody's got out for the Ultra Softs. If he wants to, he can kind of just drive around and go from a different. Can go back in for the hypers and go for a run on them because I don't really see the point here. He's going to be. Yeah, he's got to really nail his lap to try and get anywhere. If he collects the wall there, that's wing damage
wide.
for sure.
He's gone wide as well,
Yeah.
so he's broken his wing somewhere. So that'll be.
Surely he's going to box it. No, he's not. He's going to actually commit to the lap, and it'll pop him. Surely, 11th. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not really where you want to be. MLA though, we haven't seen a Hypersoft lap from him yet, or an actual valid lap from him on the Hypersofts. But the key to Blizzard and extend it very close. Rafa's actually not too far behind. I don't know whether he just caught up in the mix of it, but good job on Rafa. Odems and P5 doing a solid job, and then we get a bit of a gap between Jesse and Josh. Josh and P7, we can definitely see a bit more pace in him, I think. He's definitely a fast driver. Maybe just Singapore's not his circuit, but you know, it's an interesting one. So we're definitely in the last couple Grand Prix of the series. How many have we got left, Jack?
We have 7 left after this. I think 6 left. It'd be 6 left excluding this one. So 21 rounds.
That's still 150 points up for grabs after this Grand Prix alone. So Blizzard is gonna have to take this with both hands. Same with MLA and just push.
Yep.
You know.
Because the gap is 92 at the moment, so he can. I mean, it's possible.
It's definitely doable, especially if Julian's been on for a few more rounds, and then we have like maybe 2 or 3 rounds of shootout between the two of them. Again, I always mention this one because it's an absolute one-hub classic. Bahrain this season. I believe our second race was commentating together, mate, and that was one of the most stressful times of our life.
Yeah, Blizzard v Julian. How great that would be if we had a battle between them in Abu Dhabi in the last round, or even in Brazil, again, just for a couple of points between them.
I tell you what, mate. I feel like we've become grizzled ancients over the course of this season.
Yeah.
I feel like we've aged a lot just due to the stress.
I'd agree on that. I think we definitely have. Some of we're in the last 3 minutes of qualifying now, so tire strategy is pretty much set for the top 10. Unless MLA just doesn't improve, you'll start on the softs in the top 10.
Which would be not the best start, to be fair. But however, he will be very, very quickly one of the fastest guys on circuit within 2 or 3 laps. But you want to, especially with how deadly this first corner is. Remember the Max Verstappen incident, I believe, from 2 Grand Prix ago in real life. This first corner is deadly, so you don't want to be in that mid pack. You want to you don't want to be any further back than the second row, I would say. Really, just in case if something goes incredibly wrong.
Yeah, so we'll having a look. Oh dear, the safety car was having a fit. But let's have a. I think LQ is about to come through and finish a lap here. Come to the last section. Watch the wall. Oh, he clatters that a lot on the tyre there. He comes through the last corner now, and he comes across the line and 6th fastest. And what about
he's just faster than his teammate, which I guess is job done for these Haas boys. I tell you what, out of the guys in the league, these Haas boys have been very, very close together all season.
Yeah, very closely matched, as you can see. A couple of hundreds between them. They might just go for another lap for the sake of it, because they just charge up the ERS and go again.
Blizzard and someone else has come out very, very late, and if Wayne's gonna come out, he needs to come out now. I don't think he is gonna set a lap time actually, but
yeah, no, he's not gonna get out. So Wayne's not gonna be taking any further part. But the first man I think who's gonna be going on to a lap is Rafa.
Interesting, and he'll be followed by MLA, because I know Rafa overtook MLA, so that'll be an interesting one. Yep. Rafa though, even if he could just improve his time, maybe not even go up a position, although only has to improve a tenth to go up a position, if he just improves his time, he could easily get a top 5 quali here.
Oh, easily, yeah. Of course, he was up in the mix in Monza. Didn't quite go his way, but let's see what he can do.
Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, sorry. There's a lot of parallels.
No, I'm just interested because I think Blizzard and Odems are right together, so I think Blizzard might be just lining up a cheeky toe from Odems before the down the back straight, maybe.
We know Odems won't be liking that. He doesn't want Blizzard to be in his slipstream, that's for sure. Bit of a messy lap from Rafa, he cut the wall, but apart from that, he seems pretty quick. I was saying before, I think there's a lot of parallels this season between Rafa and Josh. Very, very quick, but just very, very unlucky. Has shown spots of brightness, but have just kind of been caught up in accidents or strategies gone wrong. Because we know that they both got a lot of potential, but it's just not gone right for them this year.
No, they're up against a very high caliber driver, but the checkered flag on qualifying is out, and Retros is going to be the first man to cross the line. Can he improve his position? He runs a touch wide, but he comes out of and he goes 3rd fastest. So
that's a solid time.
Not too bad at all. I think the Kitu's messed his lap up because he's just clouded the wall a little bit there. I think who's going to be next? I think it's
MLA.
MLA, right? Let's see what he can do. Can he?
Are you validated it again?
Oh no, he's going to be starting on the soft tyre.
Unless someone like James Slater, Coley, or Ollie hasn't set a lap yet. Ollie could do it.
Yeah, by the way, Lakitu retired from the session because he messed up his lap, so he's now vulnerable. Josh P4.
Extended demoted.
And he's on a flyer though. Under the bridge now. No, he's backed out of it. McSendit's backed out of it, so he's not going to be going on a quick one. What about Odems? It looks like he's on one. Nope. Oh, he's bottled it. Okay, never mind. So it looks like it's up to Blizzard to displace Lakitu from taking his first pole position. Let's see what he can do. Run to the last section now. Runs it just up to the wall, clatters it a little bit, and through the last corner, full commitment, full send. He comes across the line and he does it at 32.95. And Blizzard's on pole once again.
And that rounds off because LQ and Jesse both backed out of their laps.
I mean, that's as quick as you'll see. At 32.9.
That's why whenever I say here at One Hub in the Prestige tier, we are racing with the best of the best. I do not tell a lie. Blizzard on top though. Although it's a good thing to get a little bit like a journalist is what he needs to do. There was nothing else he couldn't. Second place probably would have been the best position. He needed to do that. He's done his job. He's doing what he needed to do. I believe my memory is a little bit hazy from last week, so I was ill. But he did get the win last week, didn't he? He did get the full 45.
Yeah, 14th to 1st. Ollie popped in P7 there, by the way. So, but MLA was knocked down to 11th. So but he will have free tyre choice.
Exactly. Fresh tyres around here are like a gold mine. However, he is in that pack going into first corner. We'll have to wait 28 seconds though because Codemasters don't fix their game.
Yeah. Sammy managed to get himself in the top 10 as well. 14 drivers. Wayne didn't set a
Yeah,
lap.
yeah. I'll tell you what, Samu, coming in to replace Black Mamba, he tried his best. Obviously, he debuted last week, DNF'd, but to get a P10 here, we could see him score a few points today.
Yep, let's get confirmation of that qualifying result now. It's going to be Blizzard on pole once again by a tenth of a second over Lakitu with a 132.95, an amazing lap. Lakitu from Rafa, from Josh, from Extended, Odems, Ollie, then Elku, the two Hasses, Elku and Jesse, then Samu, MLA in P11, James Letter P12, and Coley in P13 with Wayne in P14 with no laps set.
I'm interested, did Wayne ever even come out in the session?
No. Yeah, he did. Sorry, he did. He did.
Maybe he was just thinking I'll start from the back. I suppose that means he can take an easy route into the first corner if there is drama. But if there isn't drama, he's completely lost out there. Do you think we could see a safety car? Because it's raining.
Oh,
that's why they went all out. Okay, that makes more sense.
Now, ignore the fact that there's a Red Bull on top of a McLaren, and the fact the safety car is absolutely freaking out at the bottom of the
safety car's had a mare.
No, I don't know if you heard this, but Bernd Maylander actually installed hydraulics on the safety car because he's bored constantly and waiting in the wings, so he's doing that to amuse himself.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think the safety car should be driving because the driver looks drunk. To be honest, he's flapping all over the place. But rain here now. Now I understand. I don't know how we didn't think about why they were going on those hypers. It was because of the rain. Cody's started this thing before MLA told him to. It's going to be a 5-second penalty. Same with Sam. I suppose MLA just said go ahead now, or they're just doing it. I don't know. A lot of people have done it before MLA said, okay, well, no, we're just going to go at it. All intermediate tyres then, so all fresh tyres, and no DRS. However, it doesn't look too heavy, so possibly dry later on.
Yeah, let's hope so, because we know how long the Singapore Grand Prix is. This is going to be a long race, especially with the rain. I just noticed actually it was interesting. The Haas is practicing their start, and I saw one of them going anti-stall, so that's not the best before you set off.
Now I'm interested because Blizzard's setting a mighty lap here. So does that mean you didn't sacrifice the setup for the wet weather, which makes me think that this wet weather isn't to stay?
Yeah, because it looks fairly light, and I would wager it will dry up at some point.
Because surely if Blizzard sacrificed the setup a little bit, you wouldn't have been able to set that master time. So, because obviously if it's going to be a full wet race, you'd make your setup a little bit more comfortable for that, but still be able to get the times in. If that's a modified setup from Blizzard, that was a wicked time. Even like that was just times by 10. There. But so far though, what do you make of this then? We've got 2 Red Bulls in 5 and 6 and 2 Hasses in 8 and 9.
2 Hasses in 8 and 9, and Force India all the way up in P2. So it should be an interesting start. Now we know from Singapore 2017 what happened when we had a wet start. So let's just hope and pray that we don't see a Singapore 2017 incident in the first corner, because it was the exact same conditions.
Yes, I have to agree, my friend. Let's hope we see nothing of the sort, because that would be dramatic at this stage in the series. We don't want that. We don't want any drama. In actual fact, me and you could do. I mean, I know we say this all the time, but we could do with it. We could do with a night off from drama.
Yeah.
I mean, to think about it, all the dramatic races we've had to then get a free, like, no drama Singapore Grand Prix, it's just wishful thinking, isn't it, really?
It's wishful thinking, yeah. Just, it had to go in rain, of course. Nice little Nice little bit of tire warm up from Wayne there, sending it completely sideways down the straight. Very nicely done, and very nicely caught. So here we go. We're going to get things underway very quickly, actually, because Blizzard did a really good job controlling the grid. So Wayne is now just pulling into his grid box, and we're about to get ready for the 15th round of the One Hub Racing Prestige tier. Can Blizzard close up on June even more? It's a wet start. 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. It looks like an all-even start off the first 2 rows of the grid there. Let's see as they run down towards turn 1. Looks like Blizzard's got the jump. And coming up the inside is Josh, and it looks very similar to Singapore 2017. They've managed to keep it all clean as they run through turn 1. McSendit fighting away with Josh. He's got a brilliant getaway from where he was on the grid. Ollie managed to jump Odems. Jesse fighting with his teammate back there. MLA up to P10. So nice and clean so far as they run up towards turn 3. But Blizzard got the start he needed. And look at Ollie now fighting with Josh as he tries to get around the outside down the kink and into the left-hander. Now he'll be on the inside. Outbreaker is going to try and maybe take Extend at the same time. He's got that done. So Ollie with a fantastic getaway. Now trying to get past Extended as well. Around the outside of the right-hander. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. Brilliant stuff from Ollie.
Decent start from Ollie, as you said. Sorry, I feel like I'm having a few connection issues. I don't know whether I sound okay to you. But cars are going all over the place on my screen. I can roughly see what's happening.
Odems pushing Josh off the track a little bit there. They're going back to go side by side over the bridge. Oh, this is going to be tight. Josh has hit the wall a little bit as Jesse tries to get up the inside like Felipe Massa. He's going to slip it up the inside at the hairpin. He's going to get that done. So Josh actually lost out massively there off that start. So he's up to 8. Ollie from P7 up to P3. But the top 3 all unchanged at this moment. And now we settle in as they try to get, Right, Blizzard 1.4 clear of everybody already. Rafa sticking with Lakitu, and Ollie about a second behind Rafa at that same time. Extend is trying to come back at Ollie now. Only 4/10 behind.
Yeah, mate, I don't know whether you can hear me or not.
I
Because
can.
it seems... Okay, because my PlayStation seems to be having a complete bug out. So, I'll try and commentate as best as I can, because the Wi-Fi is going all over the place. I have a rough idea of what's going on. It just seems cars are flying all over the place. But so far, Blizzard out in front, doing a very good job. This is really close between Ollie and McSendit. Ollie had a very good start, but McSendit's not dropped off yet, mate.
Yeah, he might have a go with him here down here. I don't know. It's really strange. There's a lot of people who are already fuel marginal in the early stages of the Grand Prix. That's very weird. That's a lot of fuel usage for 2 laps. Or they haven't just underfueled the car a little bit and extended. Oh, and Ollie has disconnected.
Okay, so that's not just me seeing that.
Yeah,
okay.
I have a slight feeling that the session might be about to implode.
Why are you getting issues as well?
No, just from the fact that you're having issues. Ollie's just disconnected. Everybody seems to be marginal on fuel on my end. Oh god, Lakitu's in the wall and he's broken. And now Rafa's going to be all over him now. That's the rear end. What can Rafa do? He's got the sec plate now. And Lakitu's going to be a massive roadblock now because of that wing damage. Spun the tyres up way too much and clattered it into the wall. Let's see, clatters the wall again on the way out, and Lakitu for a wing change. Not ideal at all for him.
Right, hang on, mate. I'm going to do something a bit technical here and leave the party and see whether I can. I'll join back in and see whether I can actually understand the words you're saying. I'll be back in a second, guys.
Right. Let's see. Odin's up behind McSendit. Half a second behind him now.
Everything seems a bit better now. Hello, mate. You there? everything seems a bit better now, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Ollie's rejoined.
And I have noticed that Odems, he's starting to get up behind McSendit a little bit.
Yeah, Odems is, sorry I missed what's kind of going on a little bit, but everything seems less jumpy now. Sorry to everyone, I know you guys couldn't actually hear any effects, I've been told by the overlords, but I did have an effect. On my end, it was essentially like I was on planet Zog, and my internet connection was ridiculous. But here we go. So far, again, mate, McSendit, he's coming back at Rafa. Keep your eyes on him in the next few laps. It seems to be getting a tad drier, unless my eyes are deceiving me. It doesn't seem to be as much spray as it was at the start of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, that's true, and it looks like disappeared off into the distance. He's 4.3 seconds ahead of everybody else. A slight little train forming back to 6th.
Yeah, I've been told by the overlords that I am. Rafa got damaged, by the way. I've been told that you guys can hear me fine, so
yeah, you're
all good. Okay. It's like Rafa got wing damage, mate. So it's going to give me a matter of time, I think, before McSendit. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that
he's going to have
he just doesn't. Oh, yeah, he's still. Oh, no.
Well, let's see. He's going to get a run down straight, but he's also got to keep an eye on the mirrors for Odems. Rafa goes wide, clatters the wall. McSendit's going to get the slipstream now as they run down towards turn number 5. On the inside, he's going to get him on the brakes. Surely he's going to get him on the brakes. Rafa's going to hang it around the outside and does a really nice job to try and hold on the outside. And he is still in second place, and Odem's now right in the fight for second place. McSendit trying to get on the power, but Rafa's doing a great job to hold that car, even with wing damage. Now, what can they do?
The Singapore can be a difficult circuit at the best of times, so Rafa goes really wide there. Can he do that? There's no room to overtake it this corner. Luckily for Rafa, but down through here down this back straight, I just don't know whether he's going to get the right line. Oh no, Rafa! I don't know how to. Maybe he was just so desperate to defend. Odems is now right there.
Yeah, he's going to. I think he's going to nip one down the inside right here, and he does. Yes, he's trying to get past McSendit now. A little bit of side pod contact. Oh, it just avoids the wall. They're still side by side, and Odems is through.
You did mean he was trying to get past Rafa, right? Unless I'm just.
I don't know if we're just here and out. Right. So that's our first retirement. Now, where did that happen?
I don't know.
Interesting. His second place man is now out of this race. Josh has a time penalty, and Blizzard's 7.5 seconds clear out front. But now Jesse's kind of in with it. He's about to get past Raph, I think, now.
After Nikitu's absolutely amazing qualifying, disappointment for him. I'm surprised Rafa didn't box, all in all.
He's got a penalty now. So now he's under pressure from Jesse, and now Josh is kind of coming back a little bit now. Oh, Josh! I've never seen somebody get that sideways through that corner before, and here comes Jesse now on Rafa. Trying to slip it up the inside, but Rafa very good on the brakes. Gets it stopped. Does a nice job of holding on there. And Josh right up behind Jesse now. Ooh, turn 7. Rafa getting sideways, almost drift tapping the wall. Getting on the brakes into the Singapore sling.
Wayne and Samu, keep your eyes on that as well. These guys are right up close. I'll keep the eyes on this battle for 9th. You keep your eyes on the battle up there. As Ollie is straight on the back of this one as well. So we've got a 3-way fight.
Yeah, so some interesting developments. Jesse trying to find a way through past Rafa. Not looking like anything's going to happen. He's got Josh to worry about behind them as well.
MLA's binned it!
Oh, MLA has binned it in the wall. Lost his front wing and drops out of the points.
Tell you what, mate, the track looks like it's getting more tricky, which makes me think it's drying up a tad.
Yeah, just the rain hasn't really stopped, but there isn't a lot of spray,
So
and
the
Blizzard's
circuit
actually,
looks dry. He's going
yeah,
faster as well.
yeah. As you can see, Blizzard's starting to bang in faster lap times, which of course implies that the track's getting quicker.
Um, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to keep my eyes on this battle for P8, as it were,
Yeah.
as MLA boxes. Will we go to the soft compound tyres and like take a gamble, or will he go for a new set of intermediates?
Yeah. Now, is Jesse going to have another pop at Rafa here? He's tucked up right behind him, getting the slipstream. He's have to go to the outside if he wants this one now, but Rafa just unbeatable on the brakes by the looks of things into that corner. He just cannot find a way through. He's going to have to try something interesting here.
Speaking of can't find a way through, Samu is doing a very good job defending from Wayne and Ollie.
Oh, he's just been hit.
Oh,
He's just
contact! Oh no! Oh, when Wayne's let Ollie through, I don't know what happened there. I don't know whether was it Wayne that went to the back of him, or was it just more of a Samu broke extra early?
I don't know, but Wayne looks like he just went into the back of him. Might have just locked up a little bit. Now Jesse on board as he tries to get past Rafa. I don't think it's going to happen here. Rafa, I think even with a little bit of wing damage, is doing a stellar job to hold that car where it is.
Absolutely.
And let's see if he can hold on any longer. He's got almost no ERS to use. Jesse has got full ERS. Which, well, you'll always use less ERS in the rain anyway. Oh, Josh! My God! Driving style is just constantly on the edge, completely sideways. It's not great for the tyres, obviously.
You've got to risk it for the chocolate biscuit around here, mate.
Yeah. Let's see, Jesse's still stuck behind the German here. Again, he goes deep at that first corner. So he's going to short shift up the second. Rafa loses the back end a little bit. You can hear the tyres wheel spinning, trying to find grip. Samu gets a penalty. Wayne gets a penalty. And Rafa taps the wall a little bit.
This going to be Jesse's best chance.
Yeah, with a slipstream towards.
Surely now.
Oh, he's had to decide to go to the outside, but again, I think Rafa's going to defend it. And Jesse's trying to hang it around the outside. Oh, it's very close. And there's going to be contact. Oh,
Odem spinned it! Oh no, that was just a Red Bull. Was that Ollie?
yes,
No.
That was Ollie, I think, was it? Oh, Ollie, my God, almost lost it as he said that. I think Odems did make a mistake, though, because he was about 8/10 behind. He's lost about 2 seconds now. And Jesse and Rafa are still battling it out here. With some very nice battling. Almost ended in tears there. Rafa did an
Ollie
excellent...
loses the back end again.
He's got Wayne right behind him now. Let's see if Wayne can get past him. No. Wayne's got wing damage, so he's not going to be... Does he have wing damage? I would assume he did from running into the back of... Samu.
It's a possibility it goes faster. Yeah, the circuit is getting faster because their tyres are wearing at this point, and they're still going faster.
Yeah,
we're going to see some dries soon.
Yeah, Blizzard's having a nice Friday evening drive up the front.
Oh, he needed it. So far though, Jesse and surely Jesse's getting angry behind yellow too. Yellows, I'll have a look, see what I can see. It looks like it might have been Cody, to be honest. As Wayne and Ollie are side by side going to the first corner. Ollie seems to have got the better of that exchange. Yeah, I think Wayne does have wing damage because he just had no answer to Ollie through the corner there. And he goes wide, loses the back end. Ooh, keeps it in line just about. As now Wayne is right on the back of Ollie, 2/10 in it. Obviously there is no DRS here, but he will have slipstream to go off of. Here comes Wayne now, and Ollie's right near the gearbox. I don't know if he's going to go for a move here or not. He's not. You couldn't get much closer than that though, Jack.
No. Oh, Ollie completely sideways, locked up. Oh. And Wayne just on the edge. And by the way, Jesse's, he got so close to the back of Rafa. He's going to have to try something. He might try it up the inside of the hairpin here. If he can't get the traction, maybe just launch up the inside. But Rafa's wise to that. But watch the cutback line that Jesse will get now. And he does get the cutback. But can he get the traction? Not quite. But what about the next corner now? Rafa defends the middle of the road. And runs slightly deep. Jesse, can he get the traction? He's alongside slightly. But again, Rafa just defends. He's defending the inside line. He is placing that car beautifully. Maybe into the grandstand section.
Yeah.
It's too tight to try.
Bliss is going even faster, yeah. The rain is lighting up.
Yeah, it's very light now. Rafa sideways again. And almost within the gearbox now of Rafa, who, they get so close to that wall.
Ollie loses the back end, going underneath the bridge. I don't know where it's the bridge, but I'm going to call it that. As now Wayne and Ollie, surely now this is Wayne's opportunity. Wayne side by side with Ollie, going to the final corner. Ollie lets him through. I don't know where Ollie's going into the pits, mate.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Is this maybe our first attempt at dries? I don't know whether it's early enough. Maybe Ollie did take a gamble like this similarly in another race to his intermediate tyres.
Rafa tapped the wall. Jesse got completely sideways. And here he comes once again. Rafa defends the road. He tries to come. He just couldn't find the room on the inside. Rafa, I tell you what, this is one hell of a defensive drive.
I tell you what, Josh won't be too far behind in a little bit.
But he's dropped back massively.
Emma Lake will be right in the fight with Ollie though on the exit.
Yeah,
obviously Ollie with those fresh air intermediate compounds. I wonder whether Ollie had damage then.
He could have, yeah.
Because I don't understand why with a box, because it is definitely getting faster the circuit. It's drying up. There is, you can tell it is, as yeah, you can just see in Josh's POV, the Haas and the McLaren in the distance.
Yeah. So Blizzard's now almost 11 seconds ahead of McSendit. And we're only just about to go on to lap number 10. It's a long old slog, the Singapore Grand Prix. Longest race on the calendar. Sector 2, that's Coley in the wall.
Coley has not had the best of Grand Prix, to be honest. As here we go then, Rafa and Jesse now. Jesse's going to be in the slipstream. He'll get right behind Rafa again, going into the same section. Surely at some point, he's got to go for the move, Jesse.
Yeah, he'll have noticed that Rafa's bad through the first corner, so he'll get him lined up now. Rafa goes wide, as you can see.
He just gets so close at this part of the circuit. However, it seems like the lower downforce setup that Rafa's running is just helping him a little bit.
Yeah, Rafa's
but this
gone
time
wide.
I don't know. I don't know
wide.
this time. Here we go then. Down the back straight. Oh, they're going to go side by side now. This time, surely. It's going to be the best late breakers here, mate.
Jesse around the outside. There's contact made. But Jesse, I think, has it done that time, and he does have it done. Brave stuff. Rafa on the switchback, can he get it? I don't think he's done with him. Jesse finally gets the move.
Something tells me that Rafa's just stronger at the other parts of the lap apart from that first corner. So if he can overtake Jesse on the start for the straight, I think we could be in for a race-long battle here, mate.
Yeah, that's be potentially a battle between Elku. Blizzard's got a penalty. It doesn't matter too much because he's so far ahead, but he has got a penalty.
Awesome.
Well, there's our first 5-second stop goal. Elku now about to battle with Josh.
And Rafa is now falling back. But Josh and Elku, as you were saying, mate, the Haas also looks really good under these lights, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. And Elku got a massive run through that left-hander, but just couldn't quite get the traction he needed. Josh looks like he's struggling a lot in these conditions. Yeah, I can see the blistering on his rear tires. He's really struggling for grip. Sliding sideways through every single corner. Look at the onboard.
I'm going to be honest there. VSR Josh was in the air for me. As here we go, then side by side, Elku and Josh.
Yeah.
Slipstream for Elku. Is he going to go for a move down the first corner?
Yes,
He's
yes.
stuck it.
Yeah, Josh is fighting that car, sawing at the wheel, trying to get it to go in a straight line. Just look at this onboard. You'll never see somebody get so sideways. And Elku might try around the outside, but he just can't get it. Josh will now try and make it hard for him, but Elku will have the switch back. And it looks like he's already ahead.
It was. I think Josh won't be done with Elku though. We know Josh is a very fast driver.
The rain stopped,
No
by the
real
way.
battles going on. Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, something tells me that Ollie made a huge mistake. Then going on for a new set. Do you think Rafa, now knowing that his pace has gone a bit, they who go for the wing change, or do you think he's like, no, I've got a good dry setup. I'll just keep racing and not change the wing.
Yeah, we'll see what he thinks. He mightn't actually have any wing damage. He might just be imagining it, but he's driving well nonetheless.
I definitely saw him clip the wall. As
Yeah.
every car is at least without a second of each other. So there's at least a gap second as Ollie is catching MLA like a rocket.
Yeah. So it's not quite dry conditions yet, but it will be very shortly.
Oh, these drivers have got to be careful on these next few laps that they don't overheat these intermediate tyres. Really. Oh, McSendon's already in.
Yeah,
He's
right.
not wasting any time.
He's taking the gamble. This could be a really crucial move.
I don't think it'll be too much of a gamble. Jesse's also in. I think we're going to see a whole host of cars come in to the pits now. Here is McSendon puts on intermediate tyres.
Not softs.
Oh, okay. On my end, they're green and they're intermediate tyres, but I'll take your word for it because it would be weird for him to go for intermediates. And Jesse is also popping on those soft compound tyres.
They're going to the end. So McSendon
Now Josh and McSendon.
Yeah, McSendon, he needs to get out in front, but he's going to have to stick behind. But look how much time Josh is losing. Just no grip on those rears, by the looks of it. Oh,
surely
he's
now.
sliding massively through that corner. I don't know how he's holding on to that car.
Wayne's in with some wing change, soft compounds on. MLA and Ollie also joining him. As here we go then, tyre change. MLA is out.
McSendon past Josh. Oh, McSendon's binned it. I don't believe it. It's still.
Just, I think it's just still a bit too wet.
It's still wet. I could see the spray in that particular corner. He just locked up and went straight in the wall.
Surely though, there's just certain parts of the circuit that are just too wet. I don't know. I think we might see Blizzard hop in. It's enabled.
It's enabled.
Now we know that's perfect for Blizzard as well.
Couldn't get better, could you?
He's 17 seconds ahead of Odems.
Yeah, he's massively ahead.
McSendon. Oh, Josh and Samu side by side. Contact! Oh my god.
You know, Sam is on for a really good result.
He is. I was talking about him earlier. Could he get a good points finish?
He might actually end up in fifth, roughly. Blizzard on his way out on the softs, miles ahead of everybody else.
Rafa's still on for a good result. Like McSendon's been it.
Yeah, and James Slater coming past McSendon now.
Will we see Rafa get a wing change? Yeah, Rafa's got a wing change.
Rafa's got a wing change, yeah, so he was struggling around with damage. Now, is he going to get jumped in the pit lane? Is the question.
You would assume so with the wing change. Where is he going to come out? Elku's also in. Samu's in. Josh is in. Who could jump him? Sector 1 yellows.
Coley. And yeah, Jesse has jumped Rafa in the pit lane. With the overcut, actually. So Jesse's now in a podium position.
I said, could Jesse get a podium? McSendon's in once again. He's now gone for the ultra soft compound tyres. Can you make them last out? We're not even halfway through the race yet, Jack.
Yeah, no, I don't. Interesting call right there.
Odem's also on the ultra softs.
telling me softs on the graphic.
Do you not see ultra softs on his car?
I see ultra softs in his car, but I see softs on the graphic.
We'll trust the graphic more than.
Yeah, I doubt he's on. Why is Josh still on intermediate tires?
Don't know.
Oh my
Josh
god!
loses the back end.
Do you know what? I'm gonna ride on board because if you want to display a spectacular driving, watch this.
Do you think he's doing it for fun though?
Yes. I mean, he's weaving. Come on. Look at this. It's just a drift display. This is brilliant.
He's got a penalty. I don't know how the stewards could even reward. Even
Waiting on Samu. Waiting on Samu around the outside.
Gone past Josh.
That's a life.
Do you think Josh might? Oh my god, Josh is on a good time. Oh my god, this is crazy.
He's doing.
You've got to be careful, Josh.
No,
You've got to be careful, Josh.
Oh, that was beautifully judged. Right there.
So MLA is currently going to get 1 point here. I think MLA's championship chances may be squandered tonight. But Josh, McSender's to the wall again.
Has he lost his wing?
He clipped the wall. I think he got a tad of damage. No, he's not going to come in again though. So he did clip the wall though. As he's right on the back of James Slater. Job done.
And Josh is in. Finally. That was
Is he going to go for another set of the intermediate compound tyres though, just for fun?
Josh.
Oh, he's retired.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Rafa's now picked up a penalty. Another one.
Ollie goes fastest. I tell you what, Ollie's got a lot of pace. I think he could overtake MLA quite quickly.
Yeah.
I think the one man to watch out for though is McSendit. I think he could fly through this field.
Yeah, he's got a big gap to make up.
Alright, well currently the race is between Ollie and MLA.
Ollie and
really,
yeah.
There's no one closer at this stage. Good half a season from Ollie. You have to say, came in, I believe, at the British Grand Prix, and has done a stellar job.
He did a very nice job with Belgium, of course. As I was talking about him, he almost binned it on the bridge.
I believe we call that the commentator's curse. Zelku gets a penalty as well. You guys want to look after your tyres around here, boys. Jesse goes fastest again, you know.
And Raf goes.
I know he's. I think the track's just getting faster. To be honest. And McSendit's caught 3 seconds up this lap to Samu, so I don't know what that says. I think we're about to see McSendit pop in the fastest lap by a country mile.
Yeah, there you go. 141. He's taken up about 4 seconds there. So there you go. But and there's still about. Whoa, my MLA almost does it. Almost bins it in the wall in the last corner. Ollie almost follows him. And here they come. It's return 1, 2, and 3. Onto the power. MLA gets sideways. Let's watch with the back straight. Ollie a bit deep there, but he has DRS this time.
Interesting. Well, I think it's going to be a matter of time here as McSendit is within 2 seconds of Samu. This is crazy.
Yeah, so this will be a charge through the field to watch. Let's see how long the tyres hold up, of course.
To be fair, I think he's had a very solid drive. I don't think he's pushing all too much. I think he's just driving quite comfortably. More than the other drivers.
So someone was just asking that it's turned on. Yes. So
MLA and Ollie, watch out.
And McSendit's within DRS range.
McSendit could easily overtake Samu though on the pace he's got before the DRS range. I think he might do it, you know, going through this little bit here. It's just got so much more confidence as McSendit compared to Samu. Just look at this. As he goes to the final corner, Just gets us like, oh, that was a good line from Samu, to be fair, but there's screen no answer.
Around
It goes
the
even faster,
oh,
and job done.
down the inside, fresh grip on the ultra softs, hold it together, and now chases after his next target.
Let's see what Ollie can do to MLA then. He's a bit too far back. However, there is a second DRS straight not too far away from this, so we can just get these turns correct. He could be well within the chance of overtaking MLA for that precious 1 point.
Yeah. But
Tell you what though, Samu couldn't go for another move. Oh no, Wayne! Oh, Wayne in error.
Yeah. But right now,
Jack.
Blizzard, he's on to take 25 points out of Julian's lead.
Oh my god.
So Blizzard with the fastest lap there.
I think I have just come out of a vortex, mate. I'll be honest.
What's happened?
Can you?
Well, that's what happened. Oh dear. Things are not going well.
It was working for the longest time, and then it just decided like the car flew up in the air.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can hear you all right now though, so we'll see how long this lasts. As MLA apparently goes up a position, I don't know whether Ollie overtook MLA, but it's saying that Ollie's 5 seconds back on my end, which is not the case.
Well, McSender picked up a penalty. He's going through there, but he's already closed up 2 seconds.
He did. Ollie is currently still. Look, MLA and Ollie are kind of matching each other at the moment.
Yeah. We've just surpassed the halfway mark in this race.
That is crazy to think. To be honest, Rafa set the 2 yellows. Is it Cody again?
Yeah, it was because he was getting out of the way for. I think it was.
I tell you what, a lot of respect for Cody, considering it his race. He's actually stuck with it.
Yeah. And Blizzard.
You could have easily retired, but McSender and Wayne now so close together.
Yep.
Here we go then. Holly and MLA as well, ridiculously close.
Meanwhile, Blizzard's currently 20 seconds clear.
He could technically make another stop if he wanted to.
Yeah, he could. Just bang out a set of the Ultrasofts. If he wanted to.
I don't know how he's managed that, you know? Like, I know he's fast and all, but he's no slouch.
No.
McSender goes even faster.
Yeah. And McSender on the inside of turn 1, is he going to get it stopped? Yes, he does.
I'm going to make a really bad pun, but McSender sent it.
I made that pun earlier in the year.
There we go then.
I think he hears it all the time. I'm sure he hears it all the time.
I think that's why I chose the name, to be honest. Oh, here we go again. James Slater now with MLA and that battle.
Alright, so MLA's caught James Slater.
This race is actually quite long. As commentators, I feel like at this point we should be almost wrapping up the race and going, yeah, we're going to the few final laps now here, but no.
No, so another little while to go. And just to let you know that the championship gap at the end of this, provided it stays as it is, will be 67 points.
And I believe at minimum, Blizzard's got 2 more races before Julian gets back. So if he can claw back another 50, that will put it between 17. Ollie clips the back of MLA. That's wing damage for Ollie. Oh no. Oh, he's using the back end. Ollie.
Oh, he's gone. And pitches it into donuts and somehow gets it going in a straight line.
Oh no, the Red Bull driver. He's got to nurse that car home now. Here's MLA's on for 2 points at the minute. Extend it though. He's on a charge still on those ultra soft tyres.
Yeah, he's caught up a second to LQ. Second and a half, actually.
I think we could see him top 4.
Potentially, yeah.
I
MLA on
think.
James Slater. He's
Oh,
about to
here we
take
go
him.
then.
Yep, DRS down towards turn 1, and it looks like he's already ahead. And he is.
I know James Slater will kind of just let that happen. No real reason to fight MLA at this stage. He knows MLA is faster.
Yep. And
I tell you what though, McSendit has ran out of ERS at the moment, so I think that's why he's not on as much as a rampage as he was, because he's ran out of ERS. But
yeah, I think Ollie and Coley have just banged on a set of the Hypersofts, so they're just going to go for fastest lap.
you cannot make the Hypers last 12 laps, but you do, mate.
Yeah, they're just going to go for fastest lap, I think.
McSendit is catching very quickly though.
Yes, he is. We're going to have a lull in proceedings now because everybody's so spread out.
We're just going to have to wait to see what McSendit does if he can catch Elku. It's looking very likely at this stage though, mate.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
So as we look at this in the context of the rest of the season, we got McSendit's home Grand Prix next week, USA. I believe he's from America, isn't he? Unless I'm being completely and utterly silly. So we got a home Grand Prix for him. He's done very good as well. He also he joined the league a bit earlier than the British Grand Prix, but it's just opposed to the British Grand Prix.
Wait,
which he,
hold on, whoa, hold on. It's Russia next week, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. No,
Got my calendar wrong. Wayne's in. I don't know why. I think that's wing damage for him.
I mean, we're gonna go to Vladimir Putin first before we go see Trump.
We're going to go see no overtakes next week, lads. That's what we're going to see. And it's a wing change for Wayne. A lot of wings being changed. He's going to sit on. He's going to put on a set of the ultra soft tyres.
Yeah, and away he goes.
Alexander is almost within 4 seconds now of.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've just seen the front jack man at the side of the car. He's just he's just jacked up the side of the car. Wow.
How strange.
Wow.
Codemasters, you did good.
10 laps to go.
McSendit again is on a chart. Oh, I don't know. He's still catching. As I said, he's kind of on a lull of ERS at the moment. I don't know whether his tyres are also dying a little bit as well now. 7 laps into those ultras. Can he make them last another 10 laps?
I think so. I think it's possible.
I mean, they'll be dead, but...
Yeah. But, like, to put it into context, he's pulled 14 seconds on Samu. Which is a testament to his pace.
Here we go, I don't think this will be his fastest lap. No, it won't, but he's within 3.9 seconds. It's gone back to 4.5 for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but it did say 3.9 on my end.
Mate, you're completely desynced.
I am very much, mate. I said I'm on a different planet today. But at least when the action's there, I can see it.
Yeah. So Blizzard's now 23.1 seconds clear. Which is
a second ago it just said he was a minute clear, but I know he's not that far ahead, so I'll take your word for it.
No, McSender, he is catching, but his rate of catching I think has slowed a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, it says 3.9 now. Is that in correlation with you?
That is.
3.7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes a little bit wide there, but manages to get away with it. So everybody's really spread out. This is actually one of the more quiet races we've had. I think this is what we needed.
I said this would be the no drama Grand Prix, didn't it? Of all tracks, Singapore would deliver minimum drama. Yeah, the closest people on circuit is, I think, is MLA and Samu.
So lap 22 of 31. We're getting there. And McSender, he's kind of picked up the pace a little bit there. He's caught about a second. he's coming.
Yeah, maybe it was just cooling for a couple laps. Maybe it's like, okay, I need to preserve these tyres, and now he's thinking, okay, let's push for one or two. As MLA is catching Samu at a rapid rate. Damage limitation where MLA is concerned. He can still get top 3 this year though, which is going to be a nice end to his career if he can hold on to that 3rd position.
Yeah, he's catching Samu quite quickly actually, is MLA.
Speaking of catching quickly, yeah, extend it.
Wayne with the fastest lap.
I'm surprised the hyper runners haven't got the fastest lap.
Keep getting validated, I reckon.
That's probably the case.
And we got a problem, so and Wayne's out.
Oh, Wayne! So Ollie is on. Oh, Cody's got a 5-second stop go.
Yeah, and Coley's out now.
So we're down to 10 drivers.
Everybody's guaranteed points.
I told you there'd be 4 or 5 retirements, so I'm happy with myself.
And there's the fastest lap from Ollie.
There we go.
Right.
As Extended has kind of again started to not catch but stick. It's a matter of time before he catches Elku. However, he's only got 8 laps to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know whether he's close enough to catch Rafa, but McKenna hasn't got a penalty yet, as Rafa does.
Yeah. MLA is right on the back of Samu now, and the virtual safety car is out.
Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed.
And I don't know why the virtual safety car is out, but oh well.
The virtual
makes another appearance.
It's really interesting. You didn't get, if you saw a full course caution at this stage, how that would change the race?
Yeah, I don't know what it was for, but for some reason Blizzard's just is gaining massively out of it.
You're saying that too, right? You're saying
like
he's 30 seconds up now, yeah?
Yeah, that's not right. He shouldn't be gaining time.
Well, he is. Speaking of gaining time, McSendit has also gained some time.
So obviously that virtual safety car was a combination of Wayne and Coley.
Maybe they were just like, we'll spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know when the last time I saw the actual safety car. DRS re-enabled and we're back under green.
Here we go then.
Let's have a look.
MLA's dropped right back to Samu, you know?
Yeah, that's due to the virtual safety car.
I mean, I know, but you talk about gaining, that happened due to the virtual. And speaking of people dropping back, McSender has also dropped back a couple tenths as well. That could just be overall wear now at this point, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the tires are starting to go off. I think he's also saving ERS. Well, the virtual safety car kind of helped him in that regard. Ollie's obviously pitting because his hypersofts have gone off.
Yeah, he can just box now, yeah, and he's got more hypersoft tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Blizzard's had a race that isn't a race. He's just showing off a Salva around Singapore at this stage.
Yeah, it's a demo drive.
Samu gets a penalty.
Yeah. So Blizzard's just kind of displaying the new the Alfa Romeo around Singapore.
Weirdly, it looks like the one from last season, but we won't get into that. As McSender is catching Elku actually.
Yeah, and MLA's so back within DRS range of Samu.
We are going to be seeing some overtaking action. McSender, I don't think has a penalty yet. I'll check with the race director. Don't think he's got a penalty.
He does. I remember.
Oh, he does have one penalty. It's only Joe that doesn't. Blizzard has one. Odems has
none.
Many? Jesse doesn't.
Interesting.
Rafa
has 2. I think.
Yes, but I believe Odems has 3.
Ah, right, so Jesse's in second. That'd be a season best for him if he manages to second place.
Oh, yes, exactly. I'll just go check the race director again because you didn't think Odem's had that much. So yeah, I looked at it wrong. 1, 2. Oh no, he's got one more warning for Odems, and as MLS, so he's on 2, but one more warning. And
Okay, he's on 2, so yeah, Jesse's right on the cusp of a podium. Or second place, sorry.
MLA though on Samu. Is this going to be it? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, these guys are about 45 seconds behind the leader.
A nice little parade race here in Singapore.
Yeah, these guys are literally in no man's land. Samu's 20 seconds behind Maxenda, and James Slater is 12 seconds behind these guys. Here comes MLA though. Can he?
Is he actually going to stick it? No.
Samu locks up a little bit. MLA's going to try and find some room on the inside. Samu defends the inside line.
Switch back. Yeah. Yep.
Not slipping up the inside here, and he gets it on the brakes. Watch Samu with the cutback around the outside. Nicely drove.
Nice done by Samu. You got to ask respect wherever a rider doesn't want to lose his position.
Yeah, and you're being feisty. Let's see what MLA can do.
As Extended is almost close to DRS range, but MLA. We're in the last 5 laps of this very long Grand Prix, Jack.
Yes. For once, I actually got a nice view off the rear wing, which is rare because that camera usually is pretty bad. But nice view of the Mercedes chasing after the Ferrari. Sam got a little bit with deep there.
Tell you what, Ollie goes fastest on those new Hypersofts. If Sammy can somehow keep defending this, that's a good drive from the Ferrari driver.
Yeah, very good. McSenden's in DRS of LQ.
There was no Noack today, so...
MLA, oh here we go down towards turn 1. Sam is defending the inside. Can MLA find the space on the outside? He's going to try and sweep around the outside, and looks like he's done it. What a move. Beautiful stuff.
However, Sammy will get DRS, which he can use if he... Yeah, he might be close enough to do it, you know.
Let's watch. I don't know, he's dropped a little bit in that corner. I don't think he's close enough. But let's watch through this section. No. He might close up through this section. Not as he runs back. Through the right-hander. Gets up, it's... Almost loses it. Clatters the wall a bit.
Still going though. Is that Ferrari?
Yeah. Now Maxenda just can't. Maxenda can't really dip inside that DRS range by the looks of things.
He was 8/10 at one point. He's fallen back though. As Samu, speaking for that, Samu's done it. Maxenda, he might not get DRS here. He's not. He's just a bit too late. But I think next lap is where the DRS will be his. I think. Good exit there. Tell you what, Maxenda's done a very good job to take those ultra soft tyres to the length he has. Yeah, he's now within the DRS of LQ. He's now out of it again. Probably at the worst time. There's the detection point, so no DRS once again. So it's gonna have to come down to pure driving. As yeah. So at the minute, that is the closest on-track battle. Again, Jesse, tell you what, he's only got improved by 2/10. He's got a P2.
Yeah, that'd be a fantastic result for him. Yeah, I think he might do it.
He's on he's on a 1 lap older tyre to Odems, but
yeah.
Tell you what.
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
Maxenda just dropped back as well. Yeah, have we seen that crossover point where those ultra soft tyres now are just dead? Yellow one. That's Ollie letting people through. He's now a lap down.
Lap 28 of 31. 4 laps to go. Blizzard 26 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor.
Do you think we'll be seeing Blizzard make 1 extra pit stop?
I doubt it. He can if he wants.
Especially with Odem's penalty amount, but that will give Jesse the win. I think Blizzard's only got 1 penalty though. I'll check the race director.
Yeah, he's only got 1.
He's got 2.
He's got 2, okay.
So he'd technically be equal with Odem's as Jesse. It's catching right up, and McSendit's falling back.
Yeah, he's used up those. He's used up those other stops too much, I think.
Unless he was just on a slow lap, but you dropped maybe like 6/10 off. I just don't. I think they're just seeing their best at this point, mate. Good job from Jesse. He's actually catching Adams very quickly. Obviously, there won't be enough time to see him on-track battle between the two. I think all on-track battling is done for today, mate, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Jesse. It's actually been a really good drive from Odems and Jesse. Odems is up 4 positions and Jesse's up 6 from where he started. So he started right down in 9th position. So he's done a really nice job to get that car up into what is now 2nd place. But Blizzard, he's just led from start to finish. He's on 3 laps to go now. And we got a yellow. That's Ollie spinning. Yeah, he spun. Somehow kept it out. Yeah, he's clattered the inside wall, and lost more of his rear wing, his front wing. Sorry. It's a day for front wings. It's even worse than Monaco.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Yeah, as Mick said, it's just fallen off the pace. Okay, mate. Well, in terms of on-track action, that's done. But what a long and interesting, I wouldn't say action-packed race, because we certainly had more action in other races, but an interesting one at that. As the race kind of begins to wind down now. At this stage in the championship, do you see the battle still being on at this point, or do you think it's game over?
No, I think there's just still a little bit of outside hope for Blizzard. He's now going to be 67 points behind, which is a bit better, more manageable gap.
If he gets on an extra, and if he wins next week, and if that is after, if it is Russia is the last chance, so we're only a 42-point gap, which is manageable as long as Blizzard gets wins, of course. But look at this from Blizzard. He's just had a great drive. I tell you what, it's going to be a confidence-boosting drive.
Yes.
He's managed to.
And the fact that he's winning by such a margin, at 28.7 seconds at the moment, unreal. So 2 laps left. It's been a long Grand Prix. Yeah, everyone's saying we need to drug test Blizzard.
Yeah, I think we do. I think, I think there's just, I think there is something going on in that Sauber pit crew. I think they've given him the juice.
Whatever they put in that car, I think he needs to be tested. So he's got...
I think, Odem's maybe a bit annoyed. What on earth that the Sauber boys have, the Red Bull boys don't at this stage, as on comes in for another set, a new set of ultra soft compound tyres.
He's run out of hyper soft, that's why.
As McSendit is now weaving. But Elku, I thought Elku was going very slowly, he's not. It's just the camera made it look that way.
Yep. Well, Blizzard's coming to the final sector now to begin his final lap. Lap 31 of 31. And he's just catching up to James Slater. Now, I will say that in another league, Blizzard was also leading by this margin and then proceeded to pile it into the wall on the final corner.
Don't say that.
He
on the final lap now. Don't say that, please.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he did it again. Like, he was given the win, obviously, because he crossed the line, but I think he might do it again, just for the banter.
Oh, I thought you meant that he lost the race.
No, he still won the race because his dead car crossed the line. So we'll see what he does.
We got a nice helicopter shot on my end of Blizzard's car parading through the streets of Singapore.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Well, Jack, as we come to the tail end of the season, it's going to be an interesting one in the next few rounds. The title challenge tonight, I think, has really begun for Blizzard. Over the past
so.
2 weeks, I think he's now begun to put his name in the race for that championship.
Yeah, and we thought the championship would be over by this race. If Julian was still here, I think it would be over. So let's see, Blizzard now arriving under the grandstand to rapturous applause as he comes underneath the grandstand and through the last four corners, sorry. And here he comes to the line. Blizzard driving for Alpha brings the championship gap to 67 points, rounding the final corner, and he crosses the line and wins the Singapore Grand Prix by a margin of 30 seconds.
I don't think Odems will be too best pleased, if I'm honest.
No, but I think he's not going to get second either, because a certain Jesse's going to pick up a second place thanks to penalties, which is a fantastic drive from Jesse. But again, Oldham's decent job. He's still not going to get his track guide read out. Comes across the line for P2 on the track, and oh dear, he's just died. Jesse comes across the line, and that is second place.
Good drive. The Haas boys will be happy with that one.
Rafa through the final corner. He's going to come across in P4, and Elku is going to hold on for that P5 as the fireworks blaze through the sky. He runs out of field just before the line. McSendit, he tried, but not quite, and he almost got fifth, but because it was Elku had penalties anyway. But MLA, I think his championship title hopes are over. He's going to finish in P7.
Well, I'm just going to...
There's been a horrific accident across the line.
was that MLA? Or...
Yes, it was. I think Ollie has just lost his legs, but then Samu comes across the line for P8. And... The AI really needs some work.
Yeah. Tell you what, man. I think today was the day where we can say this title race finally, may be alive again, maybe reignited. It's.
Yeah, it's alive and kicking finally. It was at the beginning of the season, went stale in the middle, and I think it's now coming to fruition once again. So Blizzard wins back-to-back, and just get confirmation that the result...
Oh, it's raining again. I don't know whether I'm just seeing that, and that's me, absolutely. I don't know, that's the game just going back to its first actual starting weather. In the background, I can see rain.
So can I. Blizzard takes the win from Jesse, from Odems, Rafa, Elku, McSendit, MLA, Samu, James Slater, and Ollie, and got four DNFs from this race. Wayne, Coley, Josh, and Lakitu. And next time we're going to be heading for round number 16 of the One Hub Racing Prestige Tier, and we're heading to the land of Vladimir Putin. We're heading to Russia.
Yes, we are. Interestingly, I didn't actually ask you this week who you thought was going to win, but I'll ask you now so you can get it right. Who do you think is going to win this race?
Blizzard.
Oh wow, you got one prediction right so far. I'm proud of you.
Yes. All right, on that bombshell, I think we're going to leave it off. That was a long old race and not quite as action-packed as we'd like, but I think we needed one that was a little bit quiet, and we now have a championship battle. So here we go. But join us next time, same time next week. Tune in 7, 8, and 9 for all the tiers in One Hub, but particularly 9 PM for the Prestige tier. And we'll see you next week in the Sochi Autodrome in Russia. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.
Good night.